Watch me go on a spending spree at some point for all of these. Hey folks, it's Abby, and today I'm going to be discussing all of my favourite childhood books that I don't own. Some of these are because they've since been unhauled, because my mother, thinking that I had grown out of the books, thought they could go on to other children. No, mother, I require them. And some of them I ended up reading from the library or from school, and therefore I don't own the copies myself. This is of course going to be a lot of editing, so please pray for past Abby, because future Abby from me did not like the editing. A lot of these are also going to be series, so I'm just going to put up some books. And the first one is Roald Dahl's entire children's collection. I adored Roald Dahl as a child. He was one of the first authors that I really got into reading when I was probably around 6 years old. I was reading everything from him. Matilda, the BFG, the what is the gang that cleaned the windows? Yep, that one. And I had like a Roald Dahl collection. I adored his work so much, and the only book I have left, I have two from him. One is the Roald Dahl collection book with a lot of his stories in, some of them just part of the stories. I have 3 copies, because I have a copy of Charlie and the Chocolate Factory that my mum got me after going to see the West End performance of it a few years ago, and then I have one of his young adult short story collections, and that is The Great Automatizer and Other Short Stories, which I adore so much. But those are the only Dahl books that I still own, and I adored everything from him. Then something that my US-based audience is probably going to remember and my UK-based audience won't know, and you're probably wondering why I know these. So that is the Magic Treehouse series. I spent 2 years living on an American military base in Germany, and so because they were the main force on the base, everything was Americanized. So I have quite a few weirdly American childhood memories, and the Magic Treehouse books were one of them. These are absolutely fantastic for my fellow Brits that haven't heard of them before. Basically it's a little girl and a little boy, probably like 8 years old, and they go into this treehouse that can take them both into the past and into the future. So they go and look at dinosaurs, they go and look at men landing on the moon, they look at the eruption of Vesuvius. These books were so amazing. They were so factual and so interesting, and I adored them, and I would love to have a set on my shelves now to reread them, but I can't justify it, because why does a 25-year-old need the Magic Treehouse books? Sticking within the same age bracket, although maybe going up a little bit, this is something that the British audience will definitely know: Jacqueline Wilson. She is a beloved author in the UK. You American lot are missing out. She's fantastic. She writes amazing coming-of-age stories for young girls. They are fantastic, they are hilarious. I can no longer read them. A lot of them involve things going badly wrong and the girls learning how to fix their lives. I cannot deal with the second-hand embarrassment anymore, but I loved them when I read them as a child. Then the Roman Mystery series by Caroline Lawrence. I actually own quite a few of these. They are packed away right now, but I have maybe 10 of these books, but there's quite a few in the series, and I swear one day I will have them all in my cover version. They are difficult to find. I've even had Caroline Lawrence comment on one of my pictures that I put up of these books on my Bookstagram, saying, "Oh wow, those covers are rare." Trust me to have those ones! But I will find the entire set of those books. In those covers, I will own them. These are fantastic. These are completely historically accurate. Caroline Lawrence is a historian, and they are based around 4 young children solving mysteries in ancient Rome, in Ostia, occasionally going to Rome and to Naples and places like that. They are fantastic. Of course, when I say they're 100% historically accurate, like, the events didn't actually occur, but everything could have happened. And it's fantastic. They're so good. They're so underrated. They're so underrated, they're fantastic. Then aging it up a little bit more, up until kind of the 14-year-old, 12 to 14-year-old age bracket, and this is the Ali's World series. I loved these. You would not think so when you look at these covers and you remember what I read. These are 100% like in that contemporary bracket, and oh boy would I not read that now, but I loved them as a child. They were so much fun and so stupid, and again, similar to Jacqueline Wilson with the second-hand embarrassment, I probably couldn't deal with them now, but think the Georgia Nicholson series, Angus Thongs in Full Front and Slogging. That sort of vibe. And then the last one I'm mentioning ages up even more and is a lot more along the lines of the sort of book I would read today, which is why I also really want to get these books and own them. I borrowed them from the library, I was obsessed with them, and I read them somewhere between 12 and 14 and have needed them since. I've had them saved in some sort of bookmark on my computer since, and yet I haven't bought them. I really need them. And that is the Skinjacker trilogy by Neil Shusterman. This series is goddamn fantastic. It is violent, it is weird, it is creepy, there's a lot of death. I fucking love it. It's so good. It's so good. It's so good. If you've read this series, please comment down below. I need to talk about it with you because I loved it so much. And that's it. I'm stopping there. Those are the childhood favourites that I don't actually own on my shelves. So let me know down in the comments what books you borrowed from the library as a kid and which ones that you wish you still had a copy of. If you enjoyed the video, please do hit like. All of my links are in the description down below, as well as the trigger warnings for these books. There shouldn't be too many for these because they are kids' books. There are a few more for Skinjacker. But they are down below if you need them. And if you enjoyed the video, please do hit subscribe, and I will see you in the next one. Bye folks!